Welcome back to All Old Rare Coins channel. Today, let's talk about one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the USA 1-cent coin from 1993, specifically the D Mint Mark version. You might be wondering, what makes this seemingly ordinary penny so special? Well, hold on to your seat as we dive into the fascinating story behind its worth and why it could be sitting in your change jar right now, ready to make you a small fortune. First, let's break it down. The 1993 D penny, minted at the Denver Mint, looks pretty much like any other modern 1-cent coin. The front features Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, and the back shows the Lincoln Memorial. Nothing too unusual, right? But don't let its simple design fool you. In the world of coin collecting, even the most common-looking coins can hold incredible value. So, what makes this penny stand out? The key to its worth lies in its rarity and the condition it's in. In most cases, pennies are worth, well, just a penny, 1 cent. However, certain coins are prized by collectors for unique factors like minting errors, low production runs, or specific historical context. The 1993 D penny is no different, but what makes it unique isn't always immediately visible to the naked eye. One of the most interesting aspects of this coin is the possibility that some of these pennies were minted with a significant flaw or error during production. This can be something like a double die, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned. This results in a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin's design, making it stand out from the others. Collectors are always on the lookout for such errors, as they drastically increase a coin's value. Another factor that adds to the coin's allure is its scarcity in high-grade condition. While millions of these pennies were struck, not many survived in excellent shape. Coins that are well preserved, especially those with little to no wear, are always in high demand. A coin's condition is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest grade. A 1993 D penny in mint condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, can fetch a handsome price at auction. Now, let's take a closer look at the actual value of the 1993 D penny. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins in exceptional condition, especially one with an error, the price can go through the roof. As of recent reports, the 1993 D penny has been known to sell for astronomical amounts at coin auctions, with the highest recorded sale being around $40,000. Yes, you heard that right, $40,000 for just one penny. It's hard to believe, but this goes to show the incredible demand for rare and well-preserved coins. So, how can you tell if your 1993 D penny is worth a small fortune? First, inspect the coin carefully for any signs of minting errors. Look for any doubling of letters or numbers on the coin's design. Next, check the overall condition of the penny. If it's still shiny, with sharp details and no visible wear, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Coins that are graded 65 or above in condition have the potential to command top prices in the market. If you believe your coin could be one of these rare finds, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional numismatist or sending it to a reputable grading service. Many collectors and investors are always looking for coins like these to add to their collections, so you never know when that seemingly ordinary penny could turn into a serious payday. In conclusion, the 1993 D 1-cent coin may look like just another penny, but it holds a hidden potential that could make it worth a lot more than its face value. Whether it's an error coin or just in outstanding condition, the 1993 D penny could bring you a small fortune if you happen to have one in your possession. Keep an eye on your change and remember, sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones that seem the most ordinary. So, who knows? Your next pocket change could be worth $40,000. Keep looking. Next, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and I've got an intriguing piece to talk about, the USA 1-cent coin from 1960. Now, at first glance, a 1960 penny might seem like just another coin that has seen its fair share of circulation over the years. But this little copper piece holds a surprising secret that could make it worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Stick with me as we explore what makes the 1960 penny so valuable, and why it might just be worth checking through your coin jar to see if you have one of these hidden gems. The 1960 penny is part of a rich history of U.S. coins, and like many older coins, it carries a sense of nostalgia and intrigue. It's made of copper and features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets the 1960 penny apart from other pennies minted around the same time is its unique place in history and its rare characteristics that collectors seek. To begin with, we have to understand that not all 1960 pennies are created equal. The year 1960 was a pivotal moment for the U.S. Mint, as there were some significant changes taking place in the way coins were struck. One of the most notable aspects of the 1960 penny is the existence of two different types of these coins, the 1960 small date and the 1960 large date. While they may look similar at first glance, there's a subtle but important difference in the size of the numbers in the year. This variation is caused by a change in the design of the dies used to strike the coins. Collectors are always on the lookout for these small date variations because they are much rarer than the large date version. The 1960 small date penny is considered far more desirable among collectors. So, if you happen to have one in your collection, you're in luck. But the value doesn't just come from the design difference, it's also about the condition of the coin. In the world of numismatics, the condition of a coin is paramount. A coin's condition is determined by a grading system ranging from good to mint state to proof. Coins in higher grades, those that are well preserved and show minimal signs of wear, are worth far more than those in rougher condition. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What makes the 1960 penny worth so much money? Well, there's more than just the small date and condition involved. You see, over the years, a few 1960 pennies were accidentally struck with a design error. These coins, which were part of a small batch produced during a minting mishap, were struck with the large date dies but were intended to have the small date design. These error coins are incredibly rare, and when they surface, they fetch astronomical prices. The value of these error pennies skyrockets depending on their rarity and condition. A 1960 small date penny in mint condition, especially one that carries an error, can command a premium price at auction. But what's even more surprising is that some of these rare error coins can be worth thousands of dollars. In fact, collectors and investors alike have paid staggering amounts for a well-preserved, error-free 1960 small date penny. If you find a 1960 penny that's in pristine condition, it might be worth more than you expect. In fact, some of these coins have been known to sell for up to $90,000. Yes, that's $90,000 for just one penny. It might sound unbelievable, but in the world of coin collecting, rare coins like the 1960 small date penny can fetch life-changing sums. It all comes down to the rarity, the condition, and whether or not the coin is one of those rare error strikes. So, how can you tell if your 1960 penny is worth a small fortune? First, check the year carefully. Is it the small date or the large date? The small date version has smaller numbers, and it's the one you'll want to look out for. Then, inspect the condition. Is the coin still shiny and free of scratches or discoloration? The better the condition, the higher the value. And, of course, check for any minting errors. Look for anything that stands out, like doubling or misaligned designs. If you find anything unusual, it could be the key to unlocking a treasure hidden right in your change jar. If you're lucky enough to find a 1960 small date penny with the right features, don't just toss it aside. Have it professionally graded by a numismatist or sent to a reputable grading service to determine its value. Even if it's not in perfect condition, it could still be worth more than you think. Coin collectors are always on the hunt for rarities like this, and with the right coin in hand, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In conclusion, the 1961 cent coin is far more than just a piece of U.S. currency, it's a potential treasure. Whether it's a small date penny, one with a minting error, or one in near-perfect condition, this coin can be worth a lot more than its face value. And who knows? That's seemingly ordinarily near by $90,000, so keep eyes on it and save your coins. Now, let's take a closer look at one of the most fascinating coins from the 1970s, the USA 1-cent coin from 1975. While this penny might seem like an ordinary piece of currency, there's much more to it than meets the eye. In fact, this small copper coin could be worth far more than its face value, depending on the condition and specific features. Stick around to discover why the 1975 penny might just be hiding a secret fortune in your coin collection. The 1975 penny, like most modern pennies, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, it's not the basic design that makes this coin special, it's the little-known details that make it a prized find for collectors and investors. To understand why this penny is worth so much more than just 1 cent, we need to explore its history, the potential variations, and what makes certain 1975 pennies so rare. During the 1970s, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies each year, but there was one particularly interesting and uncommon characteristic that arose during the minting process of the 1975 penny. A small batch of these pennies was struck with an error that makes them highly sought after by coin collectors. This error occurs when a coin is struck with the wrong die or with a misaligned strike, causing the design to appear slightly off-center or doubled. These kinds of minting errors are often rare and can result in a coin being worth much more than its face value. One of the most valuable varieties of the 1975 penny is the double die error. This occurs when the dies used to strike the coin are misaligned, causing the image on the coin to appear doubled. This effect can happen to various parts of the coin, including Lincoln's portrait, the date, or the lettering around the edges. The double die error is one of the most desirable features among coin collectors, as it's rare and makes the coin stand out from the standard minting process. If you happen to find a 1975 penny with a noticeable double die error, you could be holding a highly valuable piece of numismatic history. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 1975 penny is its condition. Like all coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. A penny that is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, with no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, will fetch a significantly higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins that are in excellent condition are often graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades commanding higher prices in the marketplace. For example, a 1975 penny in mint state condition, meaning it looks almost as if it just came off the press, could be worth many times its face value. So, what makes the 1975 penny worth a jaw-dropping amount of money? The combination of rarity, minting errors, and the condition of the coin is what really makes this penny stand out. While many 1975 pennies are worth only their face value, a small number of them, particularly those with double die errors or exceptional grades, can be sold for staggering prices. These rare variations are sought after by collectors, and they can sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, if you happen to come across a 1975 penny that's in mint condition or has a double die error, it could potentially be worth up to $75,000. That's right, $75,000 for just one penny. It's hard to believe that such a small, everyday coin could be worth such an enormous sum, but in the world of numismatics, this kind of price is not unheard of. So how can you tell if your 1975 penny might be worth a small fortune? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin for any signs of a minting error. Look closely at the date and the design, particularly for any doubling or misalignment in the lettering or Lincoln's portrait. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. Is it shiny, with no visible scratches or wear? If the penny looks brand new or near perfect, it might be worth more than you expect. If you suspect your 1975 penny could be one of the rare error coins or is in outstanding condition, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a numismatist. In conclusion, while the 1975 penny may seem like just another coin in your pocket change, it could actually hold significant value if it possesses certain rare characteristics. Whether it's a double die error or a coin in exceptional condition, this penny is highly prized among collectors and investors. So, the next time you come across a 1975 penny, take a closer look. you might just have a coin worth $75,000 in your hands. Happy hunting, and don't forget to keep an eye on your change. You never know when a hidden treasure might appear. Next, we're going to talk about something that may be sitting right in your change jar, the 1981 USA 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another regular penny, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. While most pennies from this era are worth exactly 1 cent, the 1981 penny can actually be worth much more, depending on certain factors. Stick around, and I'll tell you why this seemingly ordinary coin has the potential to be worth a small fortune. Let's start by taking a look at the basics. The 1981 penny, just like most pennies from the late 20th century, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. These two designs have been part of the penny since 1909, making them familiar to anyone who's ever used U.S. currency. But the real question is, what makes the 1981 penny different? What makes it stand out in a sea of other similar coins? One of the key things that can make the 1981 penny valuable is its minting process. During the early 1980s, there were significant changes in the production of U.S. coins. In 1981, the U.S. Mint started using a new method to strike pennies, which was a part of a larger effort to cut costs during a time of rising inflation. These changes led to variations in how the coins were produced, and some of these variations would later prove to be of great interest to coin collectors. The most important factor that can increase the value of a 1981 penny is the presence of a minting error. Minting errors can occur when something goes wrong in the production process. A small mistake can result in a coin with an unusual feature, such as a double die, an off-center strike, or even a misaligned image. For the 1981 penny, the most notable error is the double die variety. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing certain parts of the design, such as the date or Lincoln's portrait, to appear doubled. A double die error is one of the most sought-after types of errors in coin collecting, and it significantly increases the value of the coin. Another variation of the 1981 penny that could be worth more is one that is in mint condition. Coins that have been preserved without much wear or damage are always in high demand. A penny that looks as if it just came off the minting press, with sharp details, bright color, and no scratches, could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. When a coin is in uncirculated condition, it's given a high grade by professional coin graders, which directly affects its value. Higher grade coins are often sold at premium prices at auctions or through dealers. Now, let's talk about the real excitement. Just how much could a 1981 penny be worth? While most 1981 pennies are worth their face value, the rare ones, especially those with minting errors or in excellent condition, can be worth much more. A well-preserved 1981 penny with a minting error, like a double die, could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its grade. But what about the truly rare finds? Believe it or not, some 1981 pennies, especially those with very noticeable minting errors and in perfect condition, have been sold for as much as $70,000. Yes, that's right, $70,000 for just 1 penny. This is no exaggeration, as rare error coins like the 1981 double die penny are highly prized by collectors and can fetch extraordinary sums at auctions. The rarity of these coins, combined with their unique characteristics, is what makes them so valuable. So how can you tell if your 1981 penny is worth a fortune? The first step is to inspect it closely for any signs of minting errors. Look for doubled letters or numbers, especially in the date. Pay attention to any unusual features around Lincoln's portrait or the memorial. If you spot anything unusual, don't just toss it aside. It could be the key to unlocking a significant amount of money. Also, take a good look at the condition of the coin. If it's shiny and shows no signs of wear, it's worth having it graded by a professional. Coins that are graded as high as MS-65 or MS-66 can fetch a premium price. If you believe you have a 1981 penny with an error or in exceptional condition, it's a good idea to get it professionally appraised by a numismatist or submit it for grading by a trusted grading service. Once your coin has been authenticated and graded, you'll have a much clearer idea of its value and potential worth in the marketplace. In conclusion, while the 1981 penny may seem like just another piece of US currency, it holds the potential to be much more valuable than its face value. Whether it's a rare minting error, such as a double die, or just a coin in mint condition, the 1981 penny can be worth a lot of money. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $70,000. Especially, let's take a journey into the world of rare coins, where the most seemingly ordinary items can hold hidden treasures. We're talking about the USA 1-cent coin from 1980, specifically the D mint mark variety. At first glance, this penny may look like just another piece of US currency from the 1980s, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. What if I told you that this humble coin could be worth a small fortune? Stick with me as we uncover the secrets behind the 1980 D penny and explore how you could turn this seemingly average coin into a valuable collector's item. The 1980 penny was minted during a time when the US Mint was producing billions of 1-cent coins to meet the demands of the growing economy. It features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. For most people, a penny like this is just a simple, low-value coin, and it probably doesn't get much attention. However, coin collectors know that even the most ordinary pennies can hold surprising value, especially when certain factors come into play. One of the key reasons that the 1980 D penny could be worth significantly more than just 1 cent is due to its rarity and potential errors. Errors in minting are not uncommon in the world of coin production, and they often lead to coins being much more valuable than their intended worth. The 1980 D penny is no exception. There are a few different types of errors that could make this penny worth a lot more than face value, and we're going to explore those in detail. The most important error to look for in the 1980 D penny is the double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or strikes the coin multiple times, causing the image or lettering to appear doubled. In the case of the 1980 D penny, this could affect the date, the word liberty, or even the "In God We Trust" inscription. These double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are relatively rare, and the error itself makes the coin unique. If you find a 1980 D penny with a noticeable double die, especially one that affects the date, you could be looking at a coin that is worth far more than just 1 cent. Another reason the 1980 D penny could be valuable is because of its condition. As with all coins, the value increases significantly based on its grade. Coins in excellent condition, free from scratches, tarnish, or wear, are much more valuable than those that have been circulated heavily. Coin grading uses a scale from 1 to 70, with coins graded 65 and above considered to be in mint condition. If you happen to find a 1980 D penny that is in uncirculated, flawless condition, it could be worth thousands of dollars, even without any errors. So, how much could a 1980 D penny be worth? The reality might surprise you. While most 1980 D pennies are only worth their face value, some of the rarer coins with minting errors or exceptional grades have been known to sell for incredible amounts. A well-preserved 1980 D penny with a clear double die error could fetch a price that's orders of magnitude higher than the typical value. But here's the really exciting part: if you're lucky enough to find the right combination of error and condition, your 1980 D penny could be worth up to $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000 for just one penny. This might seem unbelievable, but rare minting errors like the double die on the 1980 D penny can command top dollar at auctions and in private sales, especially when the coin is in pristine condition. Now, how can you tell if you have a 1980 D penny that's worth this kind of money? First, you'll want to carefully examine the coin for any noticeable minting errors, particularly the double die. Look at the date and the inscriptions around Lincoln's portrait. If any of these features look doubled or misaligned, you could be holding a rare find. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. Is it shiny, with sharp details, and no signs of wear? Coins that look like they've just been struck are worth far more than those that have been circulated and damaged over time. If you find a 1980 penny that you think could be valuable, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a numismatist or sent to a reputable grading service. Once the coin is graded and authenticated, you'll have a much clearer idea of its value. Whether it's an error coin or simply one in exceptional condition, getting it graded will ensure you know exactly what it's worth in the current market. In conclusion, the 1980 1-cent coin is far more than just a piece of everyday currency. While most people see it as a simple penny, there are some rare varieties that could be worth a substantial amount of money. Whether it's a double die error or simply a well-preserved coin, the 1980 penny has the potential to fetch a price that could surprise you. So, the next time you come across a 1980 penny, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows? You might just find a coin that's worth $65,000. Keep an eye on your pocket change, because in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible. Thank you for joining us.